लाइव सुन के स्टार्टिंग में आ रहा
Hello and welcome to another episode of Fans Opinion. And there's not much of cricket going around, so not much to talk about as well when it comes to on-field issues. So we'll be having a few discussions regarding some of the off-field issues that has been going on around. And also, Asia Cup is starting from 9th. And to be honest, I'm not very excited, and I don't think many of us here are. But let's start with uh, each of their opinion. Sirodeep is joining us from US, and Abhishek and Satyajit is here with us. So, what's your take on Asia Cup and India playing Pakistan after what happened in the past few months? Satyajit, let's start with you.
India Pakistan match is one of the biggest sellers, box office hit. So mostly, I was always sure when the Indian Legends team walked out. I always knew when it comes to the Asia Cup, that is not going to happen. Pretty big money involved, so it's not going to happen. I knew that before as well. And now I see Sehwag doing that ad where he comes and tells you, "Okay, let us go and beat them in their game." I understand ki in multilateral tournaments like this, where there are multinational teams involved, the trophies at stake. So you can ask me, like, if we go to the finals and we have to play Pakistan, can we back out? Obviously, no, because there you are representing your country and you don't just want the opposition country to take the cup away just because you are not participating. But I think the league matches could have been dropped if I think it is quite easier for India to, get past the league stage at this point. So they may have given them an extra point. But on the other hand, Pakistan team looks really, really weak. So maybe if India can thrash them there, maybe they will be eliminated in the league itself. So that is going to be a second embarrassment after what happened in Operation Sindhu. So maybe I am in support of that in some way. Give them the embarrassment they deserve and throw them out of the tournament directly. That's what I want to say.
Okay, Sirodeep?
From a purely cricketing point of view and a nostalgic point of view, I want to see an India-Pakistan match. But as we all know that not everything is about cricket. After all, it's two nations that are not in the best of terms recently. I am having mixed feelings about having an India-Pakistan match. The cricket fan in me wants a match, but what I have seen from people of their country, it's tough to support and be sportsmanlike at this point. But I know that there's a lot of money involved with BCCI and ACC and everything else. So obviously the matches are not going to be cancelled. So if we are going to have matches anyway, let's have good sporting matches. And I personally, I hope that Pakistan does well so that there is a competition and it's just not a walkover like practically what they used to do in these matches usually.
Abhishek?
है I would say it would be interesting to see what happens in the match or what happens in the Asia Cup, because leaving that tournament is not an option for us now. Like, and for I would say, okay, if India leaves Asia Cup, then it won't be Asia Cup. It would be rather, you can say, a tri nation tournament or anything else, but it won't be Asia Cup without India. And the funny thing is, one of the interview asked Afghanistan captain. You might have heard that one of the journalists asked him how it feels to be the second best Asian team, and they have proved it in this UAE, Pakistan, and Afghanistan tri-nation tournament, where they beat Pakistan, like, and like, without I'm not watching their game, but yeah, it feels good that a nation like Afghanistan is doing good in cricket and someone is acknowledging it by telling that they are second best team in Asia. And of course, talking about money, then we know how cricket works and we know how votes works. So let's see what happens.
Okay, this is certain that we are not boycotting Asia Cup, or we are not even boycotting the matches. So Sri Lanka is doing really well as well. Sri Lanka is has started performing in past year and a half when since the time Sana Jesuri has taken over the team. Uh, what are your predictions? If I will just say for once that India, Oman, is it Oman? Yeah, India, Oman, Pakistan, and UAE are in Group A, and Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Hong Kong, and Sri Lanka are in Group B.
Hmm.
So India and Pakistan most likely to go through.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with Chirodip. Two teams from each group. that you expect to go through?
From the group that India is in, I think Pakistan has this much capability that they will go to at least the semis.
But
But from Group B, it's really a group of death in a certain way that we never know who's going to perform on that day. Oman and sorry, Oman is in Group B. Hong Kong still is an interesting team. They can surprise anyone. I do not know what the condition is of the Hong Kong team, but my money is on Afghanistan and the other teams. You never know.
Sri
Very
Sri
honest.
Lanka or Afghanistan and Sri Lanka or Bangladesh? One of Sri Lanka or Bangladesh?
I will inch towards Sri Lanka. Afghanistan is definitely going ahead.
Afghanistan should go ahead. Satyajit.
I believe it's going to be India, Pakistan from Group A, Group B, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, then India facing Sri Lanka, Afghanistan facing Pakistan, and in the finals, India beating Afghanistan. So that looks
No, no,
like the equations at
That's
this point.
no, 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 no,
पूरा
no, no.
टूर्नामेंट दे
Actually,
दिया
actually, actually, the format is a little different. Actually, the four teams that goes through plays each other round
सुपर
robin.
फोर
Oh, top four. Then you go. Then again, it can be India, Afghanistan in that format
Afghanistan.
as
It
well.
can be. It can.
the finals doesn't change.
Finals don't change.
The
Yeah.
thing is that
So
okay,
we play Pakistan twice in a span of 4 5 days, 6 days, I guess.
actually they
At least.
want it, na? For it's a
Yeah.
money game. Told you. Even ICC do that. Be it
Hmm.
ACC, they purposely do that so that we can see more India versus Pakistan game. We can say they could have kept Pakistan in a different group. Like imagine if Pakistan is playing in Group B with
They
Afghanistan
would be
and Sri
not there.
Lanka, and it gets eliminated in the league match,
They would get.
or it would have been even if India, Pakistan, and the third team might be like any of them, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan, any of them. Okay, and Pakistan gets eliminated in the league match. It would be like loss for the ICC or sorry ACC. Yeah, and they
Lost for
don't want that.
both.
But one point I would like to add is that, like, obviously Afghanistan looks very strong, but Sri Lanka, when it comes to big tournaments, they have a
Yeah,
habit of showing their skills because that is a team that brings in a lot of experience. When you are going to UAE, you have Hasaranga, you have Tiksana, one of the best turners of the balls in that team. Then you have Patirana, Tushara, who are bowling really well. And in all rounders, you have depth of Dashinsa, Shanaka, coming to Mendes. These guys have been doing quite well in the past few years in the longer format in ODI, but not that much in T20s. But when it comes to big tournaments, you never know. Sri Lanka has shown some guts. The last Asia Cup also, I believe it was India Sri Lanka final. That match was ended in 50 for 10. Siraj did exceptionally well, obviously, but Sri Lanka is a team that can actually maybe go to the finals as well. You never know. But yeah, if Pakistan was in that group, then obviously Pakistan was on. Definitely, because Sri Lanka and Afghanistan are much stronger than Pakistan in this tournament,
I would
to be
like to
honest.
add one thing. From a purely nostalgic point of view, it's very sad that we are saying Sri Lanka has a chance of going ahead. If this was Sri Lanka in 2011 or 12,
Okay.
and yeah, Dilshan was opening, we would not have had this discussion of the
the
first team would be Sri
team
Lanka, of course.
the team Sri
And
Lanka
still,
had in 2011 was different. It was all star-studded, playing the finals in India. It was a different team. There was star. It was star-studded team and had a lot of match winners in those that team. And if you talk about now, I don't see any player who can like win match for Sri Lanka single-handedly. Be it Hasranga, yeah, I agree. Hasranga is doing good, but he is
They are
I
Gavin
unable
remember,
to
Matthews
do that.
retired, right?
yeah, I remember one Asia Cup final where Mendes single-handedly dismantled the entire Indian lineup. He himself just
Agreed.
one single-handedly destroyed the entire final. So Sri Lanka
20,
has been a team.
2010, if
2008.
I'm not wrong, 2008 or
2008.
10? 8,
Yeah,
2008.
it
yeah.
was
Yeah,
around
like that.
2009-10.
Mendes wasn't used in the group stages. He directly came into the final, and it was
Yes,
a
Hmm,
surprise for everyone there.
hmm.
It was
demolished the batting lineup literally.
The first time I heard the word cannonball.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
And
And
that
then we faced Jason Kreza in test matches
Yeah.
who ripped apart Indian batting, but then we got a swing from our side. We'll come back to New Zealand. We'll come back to Sri Lankan side. The nostalgic Sri Lankan side 2011 when we talk about our next segment with respect to Indian team as well. So going forward, of course, we've got our predictions that most of us predict India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, Sri Lanka to go through. So Pakistan are going into this tournament without Babar Azam and Fakhar Zaman. Two big names have been dropped. And talking about two big names being dropped, let me come to Team India because I do not want to talk much about them being dropped, Babar Azam and Fakhar Zaman. Two Indian players, two Indian big names, probably one of the biggest names in last 5-10 years, are expected to be dropped, or there are speculations that they would be dropped. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, to name them. How do you see these news and rumors going around that they will be permanently dropped because they've retired from Tests and ODIs? So, sorry, Tests and T20s. ODIs is
T20s.
the ODI is the only format they are playing, and it seems like they won't be carried forward to 2027. So, how do you see this whole saga here? So,
This should be purely a form-based decision, not a age-based or experience-based decision. Rather, you should be looking up to their forms. I've seen Rohit Sharma losing 95 to 75, 20 kg weight loss, and Virat Kohli also being very fit for this tournaments. When you go to a 50-over World Cup, experience becomes a key thing because that is where the entire game changes. Maybe in 2023, Bumrah was there, but if we had a bit more experience in the bowling, maybe we could have had a higher chance, I believe. But anyway, not going to 2023 because sad memories come up. But I think when we are going to the 2027 World Cup finale, there should be some players who are actually experienced with the high intensity and high pressure. And when it comes to high intensity, we have seen both of them perform. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, they both have performed when it has been the call of the hour. So unilaterally dropping them just because they have aged enough and they have already been not playing two other formats, that would be a bit harsh decision. Judge them on their form, judge them on their fitness. If they don't qualify the certain test you have, now you have another new test added to the term, Bronco test. If they do not qualify those fitness tests, if they do not play well in the leading series, I think there is a series with Australia and something back in 2026 as well. There are a lot less ODI cricket these days, but there would be some domestic tournaments. Make them play in those tournaments, and from there you judge on whether they deserve to be in the most competitive format of the game. Otherwise, dropping them unilaterally is a bad decision.
Abhishek?
The thing is, he talked about Bronco test. They are, as much I know, they have both of them have qualified the Bronco test. Be it Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli, there was like it was a news in like breaking news kind of thing that BCCI took his test in London, and
Hmm.
of course he qualified. We know how fit he is, and the thing is, we are playing less of ODI cricket, and we both know that T20s and Test they are not going to like show their form, and without testing them, if you drop them, it would be disastrous for the team. First experience and the last champion, we can see the last champions trophy, the three major player like Shreyas Iyer, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, those who gave, I think, won't say 90%, but they were a pretty big chunk of how important they are and why we won the ICC Champions Trophy. And if you drop them without any reason, then there will be noises. Maybe there are noises actually about how office politics is going on into the board. Let's see what happens. But I just want to see three of them, like not only Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, but along with them, I want to see Shreyas Iyer too in the team and how he performs.
Kirandeep?
Yeah, so any tournament, be it something smaller like an Asia Cup or something huge like an ODI World Cup, a team cannot win unless it has a very nice balance of experience and young blood. Which, if you take any World Cup winning team, be it 2011 India, 2015 Australia, 2023 Australia, 20, even 2019 England, they all had a very nice combination of very good experienced leadership group and uh, big chunk of young blood that gets the job done. So if we go ahead into 2027 World Cup without the experience of these two gentlemen, then I believe I agree that our young batters have a lot of talent, but sometimes handling pressure at such a big stage like the ODI World Cup is something that not everyone will have the experience to handle. So I believe this cushioning is needed, even if uh, they even if they are aged is not the word that I would like to use. They have clearly shown that they have enough fitness to carry forward their form in the big stage. But just because they have played for such a long time and it's the sunset of their career, you drop them is not something that is fair to their legacy and their class to be like that. I
But you
still
know,
think
uh,
they should
mm,
get a chance in the 2027 World Cup.
but the very important question here comes is that can they set the hooker right to get selected into the team? That's the first priority that comes in at this moment. Uh, Jokes apart, but I think BCCI had to take the decision right after 2023 World Cup. If you are looking to move ahead from your stalwarts, you have to give your younger players that 3-4 years time. If we had moved on from them in these 4 years, in these 2-3 years of time, and by 27 there's 4 years of time, we would have had players who are 3-4 years experience, at least 3-4 years experience in the international circuit. Because one of the most important things that all three of you have mentioned is the experience that they bring in. So when you don't give chances to players, uh, you won't get that experience out of them. The chances should have been given right after 23 World Cup. But since BCCI had decided to go on and uh, make them play, and they played decent cricket. They played good cricket as well. In Virat Kohli was great in Champions Trophy, and in T20 World Cup also, both of them performed really well. So at this point, it looks a little baffling if we go on to drop them just because they have a number behind their name. So give them some games. I guess, we have next ODI World. Sorry, Australia coming to India, if I'm not wrong, for ODIs. Give them a series or two. Then, since it's already late to give experience to someone new for that setup,
I wanted to add, like, we are not playing enough ODI cricket. If you want
we
to,
played
like,
uh, we played very few ODIs in 2024, if I'm not wrong. We played very few ODIs
I think
right before Champions Trophy.
it's been. I don't even remember, like, in 2025 how many ODIs have we played here. And the thing is,
It's been a long time.
you have already forced both of them to retire from Test and T20. I would say forced because there are rumors, although I won't say कि I know that thing, but yeah, there are rumors how they have been uh, boycotted during the selection procedure. But the thing, I think they were forced, and forcing them again in ODI would be a stupid decision for me right now, because those players were the, like, stalwarts for you in ICC tournament, last ICC tournament, and they were proving themselves right choice in uh, every next game. And still, if you force them to retire or just leave them out of the squad, that would be a stupid decision for me, because of course you have new guns ready, they can perform, but we have seen that Jaiswal is clicking, Suman Gill is clicking, but can they, like, push the game in ODIs too? That's a question, because their recent number have not been good as Rohit Sharma, or if we compare it with Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli.
See, I don't think they have been pushed out of T20s. Maybe they have been sacked from the test squad, but T20s, I think it was a decision they made after they won the tournament.
Hmm.
So, I do not
Going
think
out
that
in
is
a
a
hurry.
decision.
No,
Yeah.
that's I would correct myself
Okay,
again.
so if one since they have retired from two formats, how tough does it get for a player to get into one format that they are playing when they're retired from two other formats?
It depends on the
Ask
player.
Shreyash Iyer. Ask Shreyash Iyer. He knows the answer.
Okay. Uh,
The guy, I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
that
Like,
what the guy can do. What the guy can do to get selected in other formats.
there are some players that that comes into the category. Abhimanyu Sharan is one such player as well.
Uh,
Why he doesn't
I,
come in?
I don't know how, like, I feel so bad about him, or I don't know what he has to do, how he can prove that he can play for the nation. Like, it is like destroying some careers. Like, you are just adding him into the squads, you don't let him play that uh, tournaments, like domestic games, because you are carrying him with you, and then you are not even giving him chances, which he deserves actually.
Hmm.
Even for Shreyash Iyer, there was a very flawed and crude logic given by the chief selector, Mr. Ajit Agarkar, that he's a good player, but there are so many good players that we could not find a place for him. This argument cannot be done for someone like Washington Sundar, or I know that again, all rounder versus a pure batsman, but still there are a lot of names that I know that India could have gone without and kept Shreyash Iyer in the mix, at least in the reserves.
And the thing is,
So
he was
the
the like highest scorer of the last ICC tournament. Like, how can you drop him in
Just
such a?
because it's a different format, you cannot. ODI and T20s are not so different that one skill cannot be transferred to the other.
We have seen him playing in IPL too, na? He
Yeah,
was performing well.
exactly.
He actually pushed his team toward like knockouts. I don't know.
I think 2021 was the year where he took Delhi to final. 21 or
yeah, 21.
Even
probably
Night Riders
21.
No,
broke.
20,
Yeah.
20.
So
Yeah, 21
21.
KKR.
20. Yeah.
Sorry.
So 2020 is it
He was
20?
KKR.
Yeah. So 20 from that time no, it looked like that he is going to be someone who's technically very sound and he can go on to become an all format captain. But as of now, BCCI stand is quite clear that it will be Shubman Gill who will go on to become the all format captain. And vice captain is once again changed when it comes to the T20 format. Surya remains the captain. Surya's performance hasn't been that great of late.
In T20s, I would say it is fine, but he has been. The
Uh,
interesting thing is that Surya has been given a place in ODI squad based on his T20 game. Okay, but that can't be reciprocated for Shreyas Iyer.
Yeah. So there's
सरपंच साहब
clearly a
को
flawed
कोलकाता
logic.
नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए था.
I was
सरपंच
agree,
waiting
साहब
for
agree,
you
को
to say it.
कोलकाता नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए था.
agree, bhai, agree. At least Kolkata card would have worked. Actually,
It
man.
Kolkata,
worked for Harshit.
when it comes to KKR, there are some players that KKR should not have let go, including Shubman Gill and Surya Kumar Yadav. I feel like they could
Phil
have
Salt, Mitchell Stark.
No, but Surya
Mitchell
Kumar Yadav is
Stark,
a different story because by the time
Surya
he
Kumar
Surya
Yadav
entered,
was not doing
he was
good.
also
He was not doing
not
good
He
in
was
doing
not
well
doing
T20
in
he
KKR.
good.
was not doing
KKR.
good. He was the vice captain, but he did not perform at all the way he should have. 2018 is when he came into his own gravy, so that is unfortunate. We
Maybe
know people
Shreyas
say
Iyer
that,
is being punished for leaving KKR.
yeah, might be.
Come on.
Surya Kumar
Maybe
was there in Surya Kumar was there 2015, 16, 17. All the changes he did was in his hair color. There was nothing else that was going on with him.
Yeah,
So he had to
He
be
actually
left out.
signed after that game where we saw that meme. Like, I'm here. I will take the game
Ah,
from here.
ah, ah.
And after
Am I?
that game, he became star. And that
So,
interaction with Virat Kohli, that made him star. And the
so
performance was awesome, of course.
yeah. There was a
we,
swap
we
in between Surya and Nitish Rana for the two
we
Ah,
call
selections,
it the
my
curse of
entry.
KKR. We
Yeah.
call it the curse of KKR. Leave the team and become a great player.
Hey,
Chris
work for Chris
Gayle,
Chris
Gayle.
Gayle,
So
Chris Gayle,
Chris
Brendan
Gayle,
McCullum.
Sky,
no,
Brandon
Brendan McCullum's
McCullum.
being was KKR only. He didn't perform that much outside of KKR.
Hmm,
Kochi and Chennai,
that's
no,
true.
not much.
Uh, uh, Chirodip, I think you mentioned Nitish Rana, and a very recent incident happened with Nitish Rana
I
and
loved
Digvesh
it.
Divesh
Rathi.
Rathi.
I loved it.
Any, any,
I loved it.
any,
I didn't watch the game, but
any.
I watched that scene repeatedly. Actually, there was a negative PR for Divesh Rathi after that. I have seen many videos of he was fighting with different players and they are hitting six. And they are shown like he fought first and then he got for hit for two sixes. And that was too far from the game. And being hit for a six in a T20 game, it is fine, yeah. I mean,
I
I felt
agree it
bad
is
for
fine,
Divesh
but
Rathi, but yeah, of course.
when you are given repeated warnings and you lose more money in the IPL than you earn, there is a problem somewhere. That you should not be so arrogant that I mean, it's all we never know what happened actually and what Nitish Rana said and what Digvesh said. But since Nitish Rana is not known to fight that much in the field on the field, I personally have not seen him fight too many times.
He's from Delhi.
I know, but still, in
Bhai, since you
considering Nitish
told
I have
Delhi,
Rana's
seen him
aggressive
arguing like
behavior,
even at the start of his career in IPL, he was a little bit timid guy.
okay.
And then let's see, then he like settled. He was fine. And now I can see some videos of him.
It
Like you
might come
can't
from
like
a personal bias as well. I mostly think of the Dravid style players to be better, in my opinion, in terms of
hmm,
behavior. But that's again my personal opinion. If you are aggressive like Kohli, it's fine. Just I
Now,
am not like that, so that's
there's a statement, right? Panga wahi lo jo jhel pao.
yeah,
Digvesh took the panga he could not bear. So
oh
you
yeah.
are facing one of the best batsmen in the domestic circuit. Nitish Sharma has been performing consistently well. Now you're just going and teasing him. The bashing and the blasting was awaited. So it was
Again, the
invited.
same happened with Kesrick Williams and Virat Kohli.
Devesh right
Yeah.
Devesh need to work on his temper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you can't just do that.
Hmm.
And in my personal opinion, Digvesh Bhai's bowling skills are lesser than his talking skills. So concentrate on the skills that you actually need to improve to stay in the game.
I
That was
think
savage.
I think cricket has become a little soft. We need some aggression, but this is not the type of aggression that we need. We need aggression like that of Srishant, I would say. Not going onto the face, but
aggression on
you
the
pick up
field
a wicket.
basically.
Yeah,
Do your
you
And
pick
I
up
playing
a
have a
wicket
take
and
here.
bang on the pitch. Yeah,
And I have a take here. I feel like most of the animated gestures that happen are dictated or directed by the PR teams of the player because these are the reels that get sold. So, how you are styling up your hair, how you are dressing up that hairband, what is the celebration that you are going to do. Nowadays, you'd often see a simple catch being turned into a catch and taking a dive so that it becomes a real material.
yeah,
So, I think most of the things are being directed by their PR agencies rather so that you become a sellable point. And we have seen what absence of PR can do. We have seen how KL Rahul was getting sidelined due to absence of PR of that guy. He is, to be honest, in my opinion, he is one of the best batsmen that we have seen after
Yeah,
2000s.
alright.
That guy was
Yes.
getting
and
sidelined due to not having a good PR.
Satyajit mentioned KL Rahul, and I was having a thought in past 1 or 2 days that when we pick a 15-man squad for a tournament, IC tournament or multilateral tournament, there is a top 11 player. Then we one is mostly a backup pacer. One of them, rest of four, one is a backup pacer, one is a backup wicketkeeper, one mostly is a backup spinner, and the other can often come in as a backup, opener. Mostly we go in backup opener. KL Rahul is such an asset for the team. He comes in as a backup wicketkeeper. He comes in as a better backup opener. He comes in as a backup for middle order batsman. He's such an asset to have, and he was getting sidelined, and he's mostly sidelined from the T20 at this point.
So
I believe this guy has a lot to contribute to the T20 side as well because there is a problem with Indian side, like many other sides, that when they start falling, all of the wickets start falling together. This is a guy who can actually stand and deliver and keep the wickets. 2023 World Cup, many guys blamed him. Many guys blamed him. But mind you, if he was not playing that anchoring innings, the innings could have ended in a much lower score actually. So he is a kind of player you need in all formats. And what are you doing to that guy? Someday you are sending him to bat at the opening, someday at number 5, someday at number 6, and everywhere he is just wearing that helmet, then tying his long hairs back and just going in and playing day in and day out for you. So the management needs to show some respect to that guy. He's one of the best players we have, and I think before giving Shubman Gill the captaincy, he should have been considered for that position because he
Yeah,
has more 4 5 years of game left. Shubman Gill, definitely he has got the skills, but I think he needs a bit more time to learn. KL Rahul would have been a good captaincy material, a captain that we never had, possibly will never have. But he
the
was going to
thing
be a
is,
good
na,
captain if he was given the chance.
if you're giving him this much of responsibility, maybe you are abusing or exploiting him because he has Rahul in his name. But you need to like trust him with captaincy icon. Okay. Yeah, even KL Rahul was Rahul Dravid was there. Was, but the
The
thing is,
accidental
you need
keeper.
to trust him with this leadership
accidental keeper.
quality.
ए कीपर नहीं है कीपिंग करेगा हाँ करेगा
हाँ वो राहुल द्रविड़ के साथ भी यही था भाई ठीक है ओपनर
Right.
नहीं है मिडल ऑर्डर चाहिए इवन दे मेड राहुल द्रविड़ प्ले एट टेल एंड एज अ टेल एंडर टू
they
on
made
his
Rahul Dravid play for Scotland bro what else do you need
And KL Rahul is doing all this without a single complaint, without a single press conference,
exactly
or
bro this guy is
he
like
utters not a word. Utters not a
hmm,
word.
not in front of anyone like
Not in front of
you
him.
won't listen to any podcast or interview beat anything like he is
He is
complaining
never
about
doing a
something
podcast, bro. One
huh?
podcast with Hardik Pandya got him banned.
the only people he will speak to is Athiya
Yeah
Shetty and Sunil Shetty that's it
He is
exactly
never doing a podcast again. And
Uh,
just think that thing happened when we were like starting out in college or something, like 2018, 19. If it
yeah
happened
exactly
today, he might have been sent to jail or something. God knows. The
yeah
Oak
yeah,
generation now would have sent him to jail.
for sure.
Even
My
they banned
goodness.
him. Yeah, the people were like, "And he
Yeah,
was sitting there. He was just sitting there. He
he was
didn't
not
even do
doing
anything."
anything.
Huh?
uh,
There is
He
a
he was
very nice line from Golmaal. ऐसे situations में मैं कैसे आगे आ जाता?
मैं कैसे आ गया था?
Even this
धमाल
Ashwin's
धमाल भाई
Josh
धमाल.
Butler incident, he was there
Yeah.
in
You
Punjab.
have to decide when to be the Manmohan Singh. So the
Now the
people don't
point is,
reject
na,
it on you.
he got banned for the thing he never did. Like he was
Yeah.
just banned for sitting with Hardik Pandya.
But after that, the comeback of Pandya is something we need to appreciate. Comeback of both Pandya and KL Rahul as well. KL Rahul
Yeah,
had a dip
exactly, bro.
at that point,
And
and
Pandya's hairstyle
he
needs to
picked
be
himself
criticized.
up.
You cannot be an Indian citizen and be a Jamaican citizen at the same time.
Yeah,
As
that's a
long as he
criminal
performs
offense.
for the team,
Bro,
as long as he performs for the team, I don't have a problem if he's 95 kg or if he is a green hair.
बाल सही रखो पहले.
Okay. We're talking of T20s. Asia Cup is going to be in T20 format, and Dinesh Karthik had a take on India's all-time T20 11. I just want to share it here. Stage, is it here?
Loading.
Is it? Yeah. What's your take on this? India's all-time T20 11.
I can start. So
Sure.
I'm not sure if Varun Chakravarti, Surya, and Aksar have done enough to represent themselves in the all-time T20 11, and I would still let that pass. But not having Suresh Raina here is a crime.
yeah, I was missing him. When I think we
Abhishek
can
Sharma
just
as
Okay.
well. I'm not sure if he's
Since we're
done enough.
talking of since we're
bro,
talking of criminal offenses, not having
Abhishek
Gambhir
Sharma is
here
there.
is another one. That's my point. Not having Gambhir and having Abhishek Sharma is one because that guy
Yeah,
literally
Abhishek
scored
Sharma.
the highest runs
Abhishek
in the
Sharma have
2007 World Cup.
He's played what 15 T20s till now? Not even 15.
like, how can you put Abhishek Sharma in all-time T20 level at this point
Yeah.
of time?
Only the middle line is what I agree with. Yuvraj,
Uh,
Hardik, Dhoni, and not even Akshar Patel.
why is Varun here? Varun Chakrabarti has not played enough games.
Yeah, he's a very good player now, but in the all-time T20 11, no. I will have Irfan Pathan before
I think
I will have Varun.
We
And
can.
in place of Bhuvneshwar, actually, you might disagree with me, but I think I would put Arshdeep. The reason being, he is soon going to be the only Indian bowler to take 100 T20 wickets. He's
Bro,
just very few wickets
Bhuvneshwar.
away from that.
Didn't
Here's
And
the
Chahal
thing.
Arshdeep
already
has
take 100
done
T20s?
good job with the game actually.
Arthip is the highest wicket taker for India in T20s.
I think yes, he's the leading one.
Yes, he's the
Let
leading
me
wicket
check.
taker.
And UG Chahal, the
Yeah,
second highest, is not here.
and how is Varun Chakravarti ahead of Yuvraj Singh is a
Yeah,
big
again, makes
mystery
And
no
there.
sense.
if you're talking of that, why not Jadeja? Why not
Why not
Jadeja?
Jadeja
Yeah,
in place
come
of
on.
Akshar?
Yeah, Akshar
Exactly.
Patel
The
In
thing
place
is
of
that
Akshar.
definitely should be
why
replaced by
Jadeja is
Jadeja.
not here?
Again, guys, we are all thinking it's his DK's opinion, and DK has spent a lot of time
Yeah,
with
of
Varun. He has
course.
spent a
No,
lot of time
of
with
course,
these
it's his
guys.
opinion. Of course, it's his opinion, and we are not saying that he's right or wrong. It's our opinion that who should be here or who do we think can be here and cannot be here. No, keeping it as a template, we are basically trying to create our T20 side, sort of. Not
Hmm.
the exact. We'll be naming someone, or we are having our opinions on that. I think
Yeah.
Abhishek Sharma here
Gambhir
is,
would be better suited.
of course, Gambhir. Even
Then
I'm
If
in
the
place
you
biggest
of
love.
Akshar Patel, I will select Jadeja. Varun
In place of
Chakrabarti,
Surya, we'll take
Nitish.
Raina.
if you
Yeah,
ask
you can
me,
go.
my team would be Rohit Sharma as the captain and opener. Then
Hmm?
at number two, Gautam Gambhir. Then Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Yuvraj Singh at five, Hardik Pandya at six, Captain Poole at seven, but not the captain here. Rohit Sharma will be taking as the captain right now. And Jadeja at eight. Bumrah obviously will be staying at nine. Kuldeep Yadav at 10. And lastly, Arshdeep Singh. That would be my
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, I'll also pick Kuldeep
Mhm.
over Chahal.
I will actually go Chahal over Kuldeep because we see more number of right-handers and the ball moving away from the right-handers brings in wicket. Although leg spinners go for runs actually, but they pick up wickets.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
That looks pretty much like it. No, maybe we can switch Surya and Raina.
Hmm.
Rest looks really good.
So good at their point of time. Like Suresh Raina was dominating in that T20 side.
Hmm.
Okay, nowadays it is very common that you can see 26 ball 50. Okay,
Yeah.
but at that point of time, bro, hitting
In
sixes like
2010, it was
that.
not that common.
Okay, that was not that common. Okay, and
First Indian to hit a century, bro. It's a big deal
it
for
is
me.
it is too good. Yeah, he was too good and a selfless cricketer. I would say we all know how he has
He used to
anchored.
bowl 6, 7 overs when needed
The
in
thing is,
ODIs.
I think
he
I'll
he played a anchor role, but he never got that credit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
I
I would,
would club three players here: Raina, Yuvraj, and Dhoni, and they were the core middle order for quite
yeah,
some
I
time.
agree.
And I'd like to say that the variety these three people provide. Dhoni is one of the best wicket keepers to have played. Raina, Yuvraj, one of the best fielders
And
when it comes. They Yuvraj bowls left arm spin, the ball moving away from the right hander. Raina bowls right arm off spin, the ball coming into the right hander. We got a keeper there, and if we
add
fit in
Jadeja along
Dhoni
with
in
them.
between,
Okay,
yeah. But if we fit Dhoni in between them, we got a left hander, right hander, left hander in
mm,
tandem. So they provided so much stability. They provided so much stability. That was one of the reason why we played so well those years and did not face. And
Hmm.
after after Yuvraj Singh, we were struggling to find anyone at number 4.
Hmm.
That's one big. And coming to at this point, we do not have anyone who plays the role of Yuvraj Singh or Suresh Raina. That is, who can bowl
Hmm.
5, 6 overs, 7 overs.
Yeah.
There is a big
Rohit
plus
Sharma
that
used to
Dhoni
do,
had.
but not anymore.
yeah, after a finger
Right.
injury, he never went to bowling.
Yeah. Bro,
Yeah.
Yuvraj and Raina, as part of their pure bowling skills, they are better than Pakistan's entire spin lineup now.
Yeah,
Actually,
Yuvraj is a
So yeah,
full-time bowler. Yuvraj can give competition to any full-time bowler, actually.
He has
I
more
agree,
five
bro.
wicket hauls than
He
entire
was.
Pakistan team at this moment.
It sounds funny, but it's a fact.
It's a fact. Put Sachin in there, and these three spinners are enough to have a good,
Bro,
nice spin
that was
bowling
a
lineup in an
team
ODI match.
who can do anything. Like,
in the
if we talk
2011
about 2011
World Cup.
team, Sachin can ball, Yuvraj can ball, Sehwag
Sehwag
can
can bowl.
ball.
Yeah.
Okay,
Except
Raina
Dhoni
is
and
there.
The
Even Dhoni
Except
took
when
except
wicket,
Virat
yeah.
Kohli, everyone bowled.
yeah, Dhoni has
Dhoni
And he
never
wicket.
was
took
the
wicket.
keeper.
Dhoni has wicket. But
at
except Dhoni,
2003, at
everyone
2003
everyone. Uh,
Australia, at
hmm.
2003 Australia World Cup winning team, at 2011 India World Cup winning team. A match between these two sides, although generations apart, would have been a match to watch. Because both these teams, all the players deserve
Actually,
have
I
every right to be in
it
that
would like
team.
it would be a dream come true. I would say,
Yeah, nightmare for
yeah,
Zahir
it
Khan.
would be like something different. And the thing is that कि after 2011 in 2015, India would have the upper hand, but it was in Australia. Beating Australia in Australia is a different thing. Okay,
Yeah.
they got beaten by only game. They got beaten by New Zealand. That was in New Zealand.
That was in
And
Italy.
when it comes back to Australia, they destroyed New Zealand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel sad for
That
McCullum.
from 2011 was the first World Cup where home team won, and then 11, 15, 19 the home team continued winning. And in I don't
But
want
in
to go through
Bro,
23, but
but in
yeah.
15, one
before
thing I would say is South Africa was robbed in that game. The
oh,
DLS method literally robbed South Africa of that game. They did not deserve to,
I won't say that, yeah, but they had good opportunity. If you are talking about robbing that game, then the culprit would be McCullum.
I
Okay,
think no, I think it was just ABD Villiers and if I'm not wrong, ABD Villiers and Miller batting, and the game got stopped. And in those 18 balls, only 7 runs or 3 runs were added by DLS method. Just imagine ABD and Miller batting for the 3 overs and adding 7 runs. That is ridiculous,
bro.
absolutely.
At that
So
point of
that was
time,
a
when
point.
the
Yeah.
required run rate, I would say,
Hmm.
the required run rate was tough for them too. Like for New Zealand, the required run rate was too tough to get it. It was Brandon McCullum who like made it possible.
Huh.
Okay, so I remember that game like, and I would say Delstein was not in form.
He got beaten.
He
Still,
was
in
at
the
the
end.
last point of or end of his career, and
Hmm.
otherwise we could have seen like different story.
Speaking of Brendan McCullum, I saw this great joke yesterday that Brendan McCullum is just an agent sent by Black Caps Cricket to destroy England cricket.
I have seen too. I have seen that too.
Talking about
Like
Brandon McCullum. Taylor is coming back.
Ross Trace
Yes,
coming back.
I was so happy to see this. Ross Taylor is such a one of my favorite Kiwi cricketers of all time. Thorough gentleman, and he's playing for his mother's through his mother's citizenship. He's playing for Samoa now, and he wants to take Samoa to the T20 World Cup, which is a great thing. We've been trying.
I didn't got like from which team is coming back?
Yeah, he's playing for Samoa.
Samoa.
Ross
Samoa.
Taylor
Samoan
is
Islands.
Samoan by his
Okay,
mother's citizenship. So
okay,
at 41 years of age, he's coming back to play for Samoa and trying to take them to the World Cup 2026 from the Asia Pacific
okay,
qualifiers, which is a
okay. It
Twenty
is
great
twenty.
possible we might see him in T20 World Cup, and it would
yeah.
be a big achievement for that.
ICC is
Even
planning to expand the number of teams in T20 World Cup, so that gives a fair
It's
amount
good.
of chance.
It's good.
And one player
ODI World
in
Cup
such
plays
case,
only 10
even
teams,
one
which
player
makes no
can.
sense. But
Hmm.
yeah, T20 World Cup should have more teams. It's a World Cup for God's sake.
No, 2015, not the first time South Africa were robbed by DLS.
oh,
1992, back to
1999.
1992.
oh, that
92.
was sad. That
One run,
was really sad.
1 ball 22 runs. DLS remains a mystery for many people. You
Uh,
don't know how most.
99 they robbed themselves,
ज-
Okay,
1992 they got robbed and जनाब मकसद में कामयाब हो गए.
but he deserved it.
the only
Great.
time, the only time, the only time.
Only time.
Okay,
Yeah,
we,
they
we,
deserve it.
we got since we got Pakistan back, and we were talking about South Africa. I just wanted to share this that from 70s, from 1970, South Africa was banned from cricket, citing the apartheid system. Why can't it be done to Pakistan, citing terrorism? The very recent news that yesterday a blast took place in one of the matches
Cricket
India was
fields.
held in Pakistan in the cricket field. There is enough evidence or enough incidents that all countries can come and actually uh, put a ban on Pakistan like the way they did with South Africa, because cricket provides a major chunk of money. Cricket does provide a major chunk of money. Even though even in after T20 World Cup or maybe after the Champions Trophy, I said that we should stop calling it the biggest rivalry. It is not a rivalry.
It is not.
We own them in every format. We own them in every
Sport.
multilateral tournament, in
Bro,
every sport.
let me update with you a news that we, if you know, South Africa and Afghanistan are playing the final of the Tri-Nation tournament, and the score is 116 for 6. The score is 116
South
for
Africa.
6. Pakistan versus Afghanistan. 116
Nice.
for 6 and 17 overs have passed. I don't think that Rashid Khan is still bowling. I don't think that they will cross
It's 7,
130.
bro. 130 for 7.
130 for
And
7.
I'm not even surprised actually. I'm not
What?
at all surprised. I'm
And
not
130 is a good score by
there's a huge
Pakistan.
chance that Afghanistan wins the Tri-Nation tournament
130 is a good score for Pakistan.
in a T20 game.
They failed to chase against India. They failed to chase against India in the T20 World Cup 24. Of course, we had the
I
magical
got
Bumrah. We had the magical
Are they
Bumrah.
130. It
They
seems
failed.
fixed for now.
They failed.
are they conducting another medal giving ceremony for becoming second in the Tri-Nation tournament? Because it seems like they have a habit for it.
They can
Uh,
actually give medals. They will.
Guys, I have to take your leave. I have to do
but
some.
Okay, let's
I
finish it.
Maybe we'll close it.
will we'll close it by saying that we're talking of Tri-Nation series, and I really miss the Tri-Nation series, especially the series series. India, Pakistan, sorry, India, Sri Lanka,
India, Sri
and
Lanka.
Australia. India, Sri Lanka. Those are brilliant series. To close the session today, it was nice talking to some of the off-field issues because not much of cricket happening around. Asia Cup will be back. We'll see if we hold any sessions on that. We'll see update on that later on. But for now, thank you, and do let us know what do you take on your India 2011 and the all the hookah episode and everything. Do let us know your opinion on the comment section.
The
Thank
one he made the hookah for is not playing anymore, so no need of hookah. He played for a
Uh,
43-year-old man's hookah. So 44,
okay.
sorry. No, it's 44.
Thank you so much. This
Thank
is
you
Nitish.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
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 Bye. Take care.